Well, we're here at Idaho Central Arena, and I'd say it's pretty nice to be back at Idaho Central Arena, and I'm here with Steelheads forward Mason Nevers. Mason, first up, I mentioned that because it was a 2-week road trip for you guys, long trip through Wichita and Tahoe. That doesn't even include the one-off game in Utah as well. How nice is it to just be back here at Idaho Central Arena, ready to go for a home game tonight?
It's unbelievable. Obviously, a long road trip, and being in hotels and whatnot for that long can obviously get a little old. So it's nice to be back in your own bed, and then obviously it'd be great to hear the fans rocking here.
Yeah, my back's not feeling too great, so I know yours isn't feeling too great, having to play 6 hockey games on that trip as well. But take me through quickly. We'll go through the second half of the trip, of course, against the Tahoe Night Monsters. Not the results you guys were looking for, especially over the past 2 games. What are you guys looking to improve upon heading into this week?
I think there's just some cleaning up to do, and defensively, I don't know, we've been scoring all year. Obviously, we caught a little bit of a stretch where we haven't been scoring as much as we're used to, but in those games, we got to learn to defend and learn to grind those games out. I thought the Wednesday night game in Tahoe was a great testament of that, grinding out a 2-1 shootout win. Then down the stretch, we're going to need to win more games like that. We're not going to score 4, 5, or 6 every night. So just cleaning up the details and defending a little bit better and being a little hard-nosed, I think will help us. And then for those nights when we do explode for 5 or 6 goals, it'll be good.
Do your numbers overall in the season kind of give you reason to be a little more confident heading into this stretch, knowing that, okay, maybe that was just a blip on the radar and let's just get back to what we're normally doing?
100%. I mean, I think when you go through the whole body of work of the season, there's no reason to feel unconfident just because of 1 or 2 weeks. You have to maintain that confidence, and that's what we do each day with practice and stuff, and that's how you get those reps in and just maintain that confidence. We believe in each other and believe in this team, so it should be a good homestand here.
You look at the standings, of course, there's a gap in front to Kansas City. There's a little bit of a gap behind to Allen. How, in your mind, do you make sure you stay motivated to pick up these points, knowing that, hey, sometimes it can creep in, knowing that, okay, no one's going to catch us this week. We're not going to catch anyone this week, but you know that every point matters still the same.
Yeah, I think it's more just having, our own team standards and where we want to be.
Yeah.
You don't want to look too far into what other teams are doing, the standings. That's kind of when you can get hurt and get a little lackadaisical with it. So I think just day to day, like I said, with our practice habits, film details, all that stuff, I think will stack up and just allow us to be the best we can be. We got big goals this year, and getting better each and every week is kind of more important than necessarily the points and whatnot. So we want to be winning the right way and doing the right things. So I think just maintaining our own standard is kind of the key with this.
As we sit here on this Wednesday, you guys are set to get a little bit of juice back in the lineup with Ty Pelton, Bison, Jordan Steinmetz. How tough was it to play with short forwards in that couple of game stretch against the Tahoe Night Monsters? You only had 11 guys up front, a couple defensemen jotted in there as well. So how tough was it to kind of rotate through some of those options? Yeah,
it's definitely tough, especially when you lose 2 good players like that who are really big pillars up the middle for us in our lineup.
Yeah.
And we had guys step up. Obviously, we didn't get the results we wanted, but I think it was a good little battle test, little adversity, and it could make us stronger down the stretch. You never know when someone can get banged up and guys stepping up. So it'll obviously be really nice having them back, and they're a crucial part for our long-term success here. So it'd be great to have them this week and see what we can do.
Wanted to ask about your game specifically as well. I noted it a couple times over the broadcast the past couple games. Feels like you're close, right? You had some chances, some right ring circle chances. It felt like one was about to go in for you. Does it feel like that for your game specifically, where you're kind of building towards something?
Yeah, I feel good right now. I feel like as a team, we're just making a lot of plays. You know, this past week it was kind of a high-flying type of series, and some series won't be like that. So just kind of maintain that confidence. Every game, you're not going to get 3 or 4 chances. But yeah, I do feel good, and just kind of trying to get better outcomes for the team. Obviously, you'd like a couple of those to go and maybe get a different result on the weekend for the guys. But, just maintain that confidence and sticking with it.
Well, we'd love to see some go in this week against the Wichita Thunder. Get the home fans out and rowdy a little bit here at Idaho Central Arena. Speaking of Wichita, another team you guys recently faced, a couple losses against them in the last 2 games you played. What specifically against the Thunder can you do to generate more offense?
Yeah, they're a really hard-nosed team. I think we got to finish our checks a little bit more. That's been a kind of a detail that we've been trying to harp all year. They're big, strong, heavy. They defend pretty well. So I think just kind of trying to grind them down below the goal line and playing a little heavy down there will help us get some O-zone chances and just some long-term O-zone success. We don't want to play this 3-on-2 rush back and forth. We want to get into some set hockey and some O-zone play. So just getting pucks in below the goal line, playing heavy down low, I think we'll have some some long-term offensive success this week with that.
Yeah, you speak to how you guys want to play against Wichita. Is it at the point of the season where we're kind of starting to get to the playoff push where you feel like you need to hammer down on some of those things now?
For sure, especially with just film and stuff. You know, the details obviously get bigger and bigger, and guys get more comfortable with your teammates and stuff. So, you know, that comfort area is kind of to the max. So now you're just trying to focus on being as detailed as possible. And so I guess you could say that playoff push is definitely coming. But like I said, it's just about our day-to-day standard and getting better each and every day.
Well, today's job is to get a win over the Wichita Thunder. Mason, thanks for your time. Best of luck.
Of course, appreciate it.